We're in the dark now, the polar nights. It's just gonna get darker and darker. What we call an Arctic polar night taco. Alright, spent the night at the paid parking in Fauske, and I made a grave mistake. I put my handbrake on yesterday while I was idling and setting up camp, and I forgot to deactivate the handbrake. So this morning when I started, it's -10 outside, and I'm close to the ocean here, and I had the handbrake on. But when I deactivated the handbrake, it seemed to do fine, but that's something you should never do here because it'll freeze in place. Have to see when I start driving. But the handbrake lights came off in the dashboard here, so looks fine for now. Pretty thick ice here today on the inside. Gonna go to the store up here now, and then I'm gonna head into the polar night. Gonna reach polar night today or tomorrow. It is December 1st today, and I will not be seeing the sun for a couple of months. Go into the Rema 1000 store here. I'll show you another store. It's a little bit different from the previous ones I've showed you. Let's see what they have up here in Fauske in the Arctic. It is really cold here now. I forgot to hang my sensor outside yesterday. Or I didn't forget, I just couldn't be bothered because it wasn't that cold, but this morning it's just crazy cold. And we're heading into the polar night because it's 1:30 now. There is not a hint of sunshine, even though it's clear. Frosty. So frosty. Love it. Look at this. This is just frost smoke. Frost mist. Call it whatever you want. Beautiful. The Arctic is the part of the northern hemisphere where the sun has at least one day where it never goes above the horizon. And the further north you go of the polar circle, the more days you will have with no sun above the horizon. And this is known as the polar night, where daytime never arrives in winter. I am crossing into the polar night today. I'm a little bit north of the polar circle now, and going north from now, the days will get darker and darker, and the polar night will get deeper and deeper. The darkest night of the year happens around December 21st or 22nd. That's when the sun turns and we start going towards lighter times. But for now, it's just gonna get darker and darker. Wow, what a place. I am very much inclined to stay here for the night. It's only 2:30, the sun is down, and but just look at this. It was beautiful, but it's too early. Gotta keep moving a little bit more, I think. Look at this view here. That's just insane. This may be my spot. Pretty awesome. If I can get a place with a view up here. It's December 2nd and I'm heading into the polar night. Gonna cross Narvik today, I think, if I can make it there. It's much slower going here than I anticipated. Not too bad conditions, but a lot of ice and bumps in the road, as you can see. But it's extremely beautiful in winter going up this road. I've actually never driven between Fauske and Narvik in winter, and I'm really impressed. Long tunnel, 4.5 kilometers. Through the mountain we go. Alright, we're arriving at Bognes to take the ferry to Svalbard to continue to Narvik. I have no idea about how often these ferries go, but this is the E6, the main thoroughfare, so I'm thinking it shouldn't be too long between. I can see a good line of trucks at least, so probably means that there's a ferry that's gonna leave pretty soon. I don't know. That's all to Lødingen. That's not where I'm going. I'm going to Svalbard. I hope I'm... yeah. But... looks like it's bad timing here. So this ferry is going over to Lofoten. I'm not going over to Lofoten now because it's gonna be raining out there tomorrow. So I'm taking one of those two ferries over there. It's a shorter ride. Alright, we're getting into Narvik here. Gonna go get some propane. This is a town where they ship out a ton of coal from the mines over in Sweden. So it's kind of a mining industrial town. Probably also some other stuff these days, but I'm not sure what. Tourism. A lot of lights on the houses here because it's now polar night. Toyota. Hope we can get in here. It's not looking too good. These little towns here are so full of stuff because they're built by the ocean, between the mountains and stuff, so you can't really... Yeah, this looks like the right spot. There's so little space left. Let's see if we can get our propane. There's an emptying station up in the mountain somewhere here that I emptied my toiletry sometime earlier last year. It's very tough to get up there if it gets slippery, but I got up last year and I would have been able to get up this year, but I don't have the need. But yeah, this is Narvik. Can't see that much in the dark, but classic Arctic town that was pretty much destroyed completely during World War II. This is the downtown center of Narvik, apparently, and it's a little bit of a rush hour. Alright, going out on this bridge now, and the wind is pretty strong out here. Hope I don't get blown into the ocean. Who would finish this video then? Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely strong winds here. Pulling me sideways. We got a storm here, but it's not snowing, so it's not a snowstorm. but there's storm force winds now, and I didn't expect that. I saw on the forecast that there was a little bit of weather happening tonight, but looking at it, it was 23 meters a second, which is storm force. So basically I'm gonna go across a mountain now and over into the next valley, so let's hope it's open. Alright, I ended up behind a slow going truck here, and it's super slippery on the road, so hope we're up. It's working fine for now. I was afraid that it would be more steep, but it's okay. Going up across some mountain passes now, and these trucks, they're heavy, so they can't go fast. And as you saw earlier today, there was one stopped with all those military vehicles on, putting on chains. Good morning, my friends. We're in the polar night, and it's 10 o'clock, and you can see it's a kind of gray light outside. There's gonna be some gray light every day, but the sun is gone. If you look at the forecast, weather forecast, you can see time until next sunrise, and it's like more than 7 days, and that means it's like 2 or 3 months out, the next sunrise. So we're in the dark now. The polar nights, it feels kind of gloomy out here. There's weather coming in as well now. Few storms these coming days, and I'm gonna hunker down right here and finish up another video for my channel. And yeah, it's kind of nasty here now, but that's okay, it's cozy inside the van. I'm gonna make the most important meal of the day, coffee, and then get to work and finish up some videos. Oh, it's actually snowing outside now. Can't really see that through the window in the dark. Cheers, my friends, and the most important meal of the day. That's nice. It is windy up here. It's shaking around here. Look at this one parked right next to me. That's a pretty cool vehicle. Gonna reply to the new comments through the night, and then I'm gonna edit the first blizzard video of the season. Lot of new comments on a Wednesday morning. Well, I didn't notice it was snowing through the night, but apparently it was. Alright, it is December 5th, and I'm in the polar night. Even though there's a little bit of daylight, the sun is not gonna come up, but 2 or 3 hours of this kind of gray daylight, and it's gonna diminish even further, so it's just a twilight every day. I'm in the area of Setermoen and Bardufoss, and I'm just going north. Haven't really set my sight on anything in particular yet, but we'll see once I get some more groceries now and refill the gas and get some supplies. I spent 3 nights just in the parking lot here, getting my videos edited. It's a winter wonderland here. Like on the south side of the mountain, it was actually going above freezing, so the roads were really treacherous, slippery. But look at this. This is some beautiful winter wonderland here. Usually got a little bit cheaper fuel here than the rest of the E6. That's Setermoen. Yeah, that's decent. 1938. We could do that. So I decided I wanted to go deep into this valley by Setermoen and up to a dam. The mountains out here look really awesome. The few hours you can see them. It's now 1 o'clock and it is getting dark. We're in the polar night, so no chance of sun, but a few hours of twilight. It's okay. So, looking at these mountains up front here, I think it's gonna be a pretty spectacular place. It's like 35 kilometers to drive from Setamun. Wow, look at those stunning mountains up there in the back. Almost got a little bit of alpenglow on it. This is cool. Look at this stuff here. Awesome. Wonder if we're gonna get some northern lights here. This is gonna be the perfect spot for that. It's probably super dark up here. Alright, my friends, those are dark nights and dark days outside, and I'm feeling like making something good for dinner, so I'm gonna make tacos. Kind of the Norwegian way, but not quite Norwegian way. I'm gonna use the beef strips, and I don't have any sour cream or any green salad, but I'm gonna have onions, I'm gonna have taco shells, I'm gonna have tomatoes, red pepper, some taco spice mix, a little bit of avocado, and some taco sauce. So that's kind of like a diminished Norwegian taco. I'm gonna do a small pan. Really stupid way of packing it. It is cold up here. It's like this cold wind coming out of Sweden, which is right over here. So this is the beef. Empty that in here. All right. All right, this time I'm gonna add some water to this spice mix. Tiny little bit of water. There's that. Let's cut some ingredients. This is one of those avocados that never get fully ripe. Got the beef strips ready. Let's do the shells. All right, I'm just gonna fry these quickly on the pan. Just gonna do half of this shell as a snack. We'll turn them around before they get burned here. Oh yeah, nice and warm. I think the shells are done. Oh yeah, nice and warm. Alright, got the taco sauce. And we're done, pretty much. We got this stuff here. And this stuff here. And the taco sauce. Norwegian taco, we call this. Let's see how we do this. Gonna do some onions, some red peppers, a little bit of avocado, tomato. What a mess. Guess it's better to use the hands. And then we do the beef strips. A little bit of cheese. Then I nearly forgot the sauce. Haha. Well, not bad. That's what we call an Arctic polar night taco. It's gonna be a mess, but amazing. I haven't made tacos in forever. Pretty sure I should have done the meat at the bottom. Yeah, let's try one with the meat at the bottom. Cheese. Avocado. These stupid cherry tomatoes. Not a fan. I keep buying them, but I never use them. They're just like not very practical. And cherry tomatoes always end up on the floor. So in Norway usually the kids want tacos on Fridays, and they add, usually they use like ground beef instead of beef strips, and they will add also maize corn, sour cream, like shredded cheese, and salad. That's sometimes they'll do it in a burrito, but I think the kids love this the most. The hard shells. Like when I lived in LA, it was mostly soft, small tacos or burritos. But gotta love some good Mexican food, if you can call this Mexican food. Don't know if you can see anything outside. If I put on the lights, there isn't much to see because it's so dark, but the mountains out here are just gorgeous. Can't wait to show you in the morning. It's time to get cozy back in here. Super cozy. I'm just holding up here. I'm using this Bad Buy, the Fjellreven Expedition Light jacket, or Midlight, or whatever, that I bought last year. That was a failure. It's nice and warm, but there's nothing to tighten the hood with. So when there's a blizzard, you can't tighten it. It's completely useless for blizzards, so can't use it for that at all. Now it's a blanket for my feet when there's cold nights. Been kind of chilly today, so kind of just wanted to get super cozy back in here and watch a movie. It's 9:30 now, so let's see if we got anything going on. The Norwegian football or soccer team had their group drawn today for the World Championship, and it looks like it's France, Senegal, and FIFA Playoff 2. Wonder who that's gonna be. That's either gonna be Iraq, Bolivia, or Suriname. Senegal, that's gonna be exciting to see. France as well. Are any of you watching the soccer world championship, football world championship next summer? Let's go and have a look at the roads around here. So I'm up in a valley called, looks like it's called Østerdalen, Eastern Valley, the Bardu River, at a place called Altevatnet. There's a Norwegian Tourist Association hiking cabin, kilometer in here. But the roads look all good. Well, there's warnings of very slippery roads, but that's fine. I drove on those today. Now my plan is to go in quite a few more of those like side valleys here up towards the Swedish border, up here in the Arctic, valleys that I've never driven up before. So I'm gonna see a few more of those. They're kind of cool because you kind of get off the main highways and you get in between these amazing mountains here that I'll show you tomorrow. But the polar nights are here. It's just very, very dark. You don't have many hours to see anything. There's a little bit of daylight between like 11 and 1. That's it, basically. Then it gets dark. Sometimes I just watch extremely long driving videos, like there's this one that's 8 hours long, and it's the drive from Albuquerque to Las Vegas in its entirety. So I think I'm just going to relax with that. That is... yeah. I love that stuff. I think these kids here are in the military. And this could get dangerous, so I'm gonna film them. Look at this coldness outside. Huh. It's 10 in the morning, and this frosty landscape here is quite stunning. The blue hour will last for a few hours now, and then it'll get dark again. Well, good morning, my friends, and cheers. Got the most important meal of the day, coffee. And I had an amazing night's sleep in the back of my cozy van here. And it's very cold up here. It's very beautiful. And it's very dark. What time is it? It's actually nearly 10:30. There's a really harsh wind blowing that makes it super cold, even though it's only minus 10 degrees. It feels frozen outside. And the whole van is covered in like a thin layer of rime frost that comes from these ice crystals that blow through the air here. This time I turned the back of the van into the wind, and that makes the whole van feel colder. Because it's just those doors in the back of the Fiat Ducatos or the Ram ProMasters are not very well insulated. That's why I have that insulation mat in the back door. But some air still gets in. There's some gaps around backlights and stuff like that. And I've tried to cover it as best as I can, but you can feel if it's windy and cold and blowing towards the back of the van, you can feel it's getting colder than if you had the front turned into the wind. So I'm pretty much to the end of this valley that kind of goes into Sweden, and I'm pretty close to Sweden. So if you took a snowmobile and drove across this lake down here, you'd get to the heart of Arctic Sweden in a heartbeat. This is very remote part of Sweden, though. There's no roads going in on this side. really awesome place. Gonna head further north now, down and get some chores done, and I don't really have any chores I need to do, so just gonna keep heading north. Gonna go to Bardufoss and gonna take a side valley up there that I haven't been up before. Get some more propane. Absolutely love this place here. So highly recommended. If you want to know where it is, you can find it on my maps if you sign up as a Patreon member, or if you sign up for membership on my channel here, on my YouTube channel. I post all my maps with all the campsites and places of interest and stuff like that on Patreon and for my members. Well, bye, awesome place. I'll see you again. It's a frozen place up here. Let's go down this steep hill. Oh, no wonder I had good cell service. There's a cell tower right here. People are packing for the cabins. Most people are going by snowmobiles. Ton of snowmobiles here. Well, it is actually a bit windy today. Beautiful Arctic cold. Alright, so here are my batteries charging while I'm driving. You see that's both batteries, 360 amp hours, and it's now charging at around 300 watts or 22 amps. And the temperature of the battery is up to 2.5 degrees Celsius. That's because it's got built-in heating, so it uses some of the power to heat up the battery to charging temperatures. Since it's a lithium battery, it needs to not be too cold when it's charging. So this is all working very well. So super happy about that. Now got 4 hours until it's fully charged. If I drive for 4 hours, I won't do that. Now the problem with these monitoring apps is that they don't show the exact percentage, because they need to be fully charged to kind of zero in on 100%. And then like small drainage on the battery will not show up, so it might be lower right now than what you're actually seeing. Anyway, this is what we're seeing on the road here. Look at those mountains in the background. And here's another steep one. Past this dam. Hydropower. A lot of that in Norway. Rosetta moon. Quite lovely little town here. Mostly military, I think. Winter town. And it's 1:30 now. Still a little bit of twilight. This is what polar nights are about. This kind of light and dark thing. How about this beauty here? Full moon and just winter wonderland. But here's my store. Oops, big. That's where I'm getting my propane. Yeah, here we are. This is my propane store. Lumber yard. There's propane. Should probably just stop here then. Got that sorted. Now we drive around to the cashier. so beautiful here now. It's just amazing. It's been some snow. So I'm gonna go and see if I can get a shower. There's a place down here that said it had a shower on Park for Night, the app that I use. And that's right down here. I think it's here. Go and check. Park here, I think. Maybe not. That's for trucks. Alright, got the shower facilities here. Even a washing machine. Shower here at 7-Eleven outside of Bardufoss, north of Bardufoss, about 5 kilometers north of Bardufoss, and I think I can also find a place to empty my toilet here. And if you need LPG, this seems to be the place to fuel up as well. Kind of got everything here. So let's see, including a lot of snow. We just crossed the A6 and we're there. If it's open. It might not be open. Looks like it could be very much closed. Let's see here. It's here somewhere at the RV dealership. Look at snowed in RVs here. Oh, there it is. I guess. Yeah. Let's see if it's open. Yeah. Maybe drinking water as well? Nope. Could probably park in here. Look at this. That's frozen solid, I think. This is pretty easy. There's the room. then just empty it in here and flush it with this crane here. I'm not going to show that.